already beat them in Brazil week 1. So I would suggest, Shady, that like
week 1.
See us again, though. Gonna be all right.
I would suggest, though, that like
Gonna be all right.
for the Eagles, James, you would at least admit it's about as easy as a path to the Super Bowl. And you have taken paths to the Super Bowl before. You've taken 2. You got all the way there, and the other one, unfortunately, you didn't. Shady, you've been to 2 Super Bowls. You won.
Unfortunately, you didn't.
But y'all know about paths to the Super Bowl. Chase, you went to the Super Bowl, I think, your rookie year.
09, yeah.
So, like, you understand the path. I would suggest on the outside looking in, this is as easy as it gets in the NFL in your conference to get to the Super Bowl. The Lions are maligned. Unfortunately, they just lost one of the running backs. They've lost everybody on defense. Green Bay Packers, I think they're young. They're incredibly talented, but I would suggest they are as young as they're ever going to be as it pertains to the nucleus of that roster. The Minnesota Vikings, incredible coaches, but like Shady alluded to, they have Sam Darnold as the quarterback, and we just haven't seen him in the playoffs yet. Shady, I think it's Super Bowl or bust. I think a Super Bowl or bust for your squad. They're healthy. They're talented. I think from an age perspective, they're all crescendoing at that point in time. I think a Super Bowl or bust.
Nice word.
Oh, he does that a lot.
Wow.
He gets sometimes
That's
like
why Shady hit him. We read a lot of books.
yeah, sometimes like, he'll say something on the show and like I'll Google that joint. Like, okay.
Crescendo.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, but you're right. All that Lucindo, Wilindo, Bufindo, that's good. That's what we are. Listen, if you really look at this, how the playoffs are set up, I don't want to say it's an easy walk to the playoffs, but God, man, you looked out for us because the biggest threat, let's be honest, it ain't the Packers. I mean, we already did that already. We already took care of that. We don't know what Packers team we're going to get.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Who else is in there? The Bucks?
It's Eagles, Packers, Bucks.
Won't waste my time. The Rams going to be a good one, but you see how that went. And that's before
Los Angeles.
And that's before the passing game got popping. Who else we got on there, fellas?
Commanders, 7 seed.
Commanders? The only one was the Lions, right? And I was nervous with the Lions because they're a good team.
Hopefully,
coach well, they're aggressive. Yeah. But now when I look at them, they so depleted. Who they got playing on defense? And then the best defensive lineman they had, what's his name again?
Number 64.
Oh, Lee McGill. Thank you. That's his boy. Anyway, he's not playing, though. So it's like, how do you stop us? You can't stop the run. I thought the weakest point of the Lions' defense was the secondary. You can't stop us now. We throwing this ball the right way. How can you stop us? So only thing that can stop us ain't the NFC. It's the Chiefs. Well, yeah. We looking past for them dudes. Yeah. Because now when you look at it, though, right, it's hard to get this healthy.
Yes.
We healthy.
Yes.
Guys that was hurt earlier in the year, they coming back. Rookies that you wasn't sure of, the rookies you weren't sure of, they've had so much experience in playing, now they ready to go.
Yep.
The running back, you already know what he got going on, but the only thing I was scared of is the passing game. Mm-hmm. And we answered that question last weekend.
1 week.
So when you ask me what's left for the Eagles, either green confetti or the Chiefs. That's it.
But wouldn't you suggest, Shady, like, you made all good points, and that's a reason why they should win the Super Bowl this year. But I'm going to make the point that it's not Super Bowl or bust because they're set up for success for the long haul. You got Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Smitty, Saquon all locked up on offense. You have one of the youngest defenses in the NFL. You have the 5th youngest team in general currently in the NFL. One of your oldest guys is Lane Johnson. I think their Super Bowl window is wide open. So if they don't win the Super Bowl this year, doesn't mean, I get what you're saying, the path to the Super Bowl, but I think this is a team that's set up for success for years to come, and you got to give credit to Howie Roseman for doing it.
Howie balls.
And not only for building the team, but going out and hiring those coordinators, it seemed to me were the missing pieces. Kellen Moore on offense, Vic Fangio on defense, both their top 3 or 4 ranked units, respectively, in the league. And so you have that. You have all the players locked up. You have your coordinators locked up. To me, this is just the start of it for Eagles.
Chase,
ooh, you know
nothing's guaranteed in football, for one. Yeah. And 2 is, the year we went to the Super Bowl and Jalen Hurts had that type of year, or that type of game, and that type of year. Yeah. You thought next year we would be what?
Yeah,
right back.
Not even
just took a year off.
Not even right back. At least the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, of course.
At least.
Of course.
We didn't get there. We
know what that
started well, though.
You know what that sounds like right there with all the stuff you just said?
What does it sound like?
It sounds like the 2010 Super Bowl champion Green Bay Packers. Baddest man in the world, and Aaron Rodgers, super young. Jordy Nelson, Greg Jennings, James Jones, Randall Cobb, Jermichael Finley, everybody young, not seeing a second contract for a couple years. Defensively, you got Nick Collins, Clay Matthews, B.J. Rogers. Could go down the line. We ain't never sniffed it again.
Yeah.
You looking at the Niners this year, you see them?
Injuries.
Injuries happen in the National Football League. When you have a chance to win the Super Bowl, go win it. The Eagles are extremely healthy right now. The Eagles are dominant on both sides of the ball. The Eagles are dominant running the football. They dominant when they want to pass the football. It is Super Bowl or bust. You have to get it done. You don't know what's going to happen next year. Somebody get hurt in training. You don't know what's going to happen. When you have a chance to win the Super Bowl, go win it. Every season is different. We're watching it with the Detroit Lions right now. You blew your chance last year going for it on fourth down. Now you're about to enter into the playoffs with none of your starters. 17 starters.
17?
It's going to be
total on IR.
It's going to be hard to get back to the NFC Championship if you're the Detroit Lions. Not saying they can't, but last year they were healthy. Last year it was their time, and they missed that opportunity. When you have the opportunity and your team is really good and your team is really young, go win a Super Bowl. A Super Bowl bust, no doubt.
I don't disagree, but I view bust as like you're blowing the whole thing up. They are set up for success.
No.
It's more so for me, it's like Super Bowl or who knows.
It's a failure of a season.
Of a season, yes. Because it's like, I think the Eagles, I've said this on social, I'll say it on national television, the Eagles should win every NFC playoff game by double digits until you get to the Super Bowl. Like, they should beat the Commanders.
Everybody like that.
No, I'm respecting the Eagles. The Eagles are that good defensively and offensively, and they're healthy, James. That's to me like the Eagles are healthy, y'all. That health thing.
We getting healthy too, and they beat us by one score. You really disrespectful right now, bro.
I'm on the Packers, man.
And we've been there too.
That's the thing. The Eagles have the maturation. Like Chase made a great point.
I feel you. I like their chances more than everybody.
I just like their
double
future.
digits.
You made a great point, but I remember the 2017 Eagles team that won the Super Bowl. You could say the same thing. Like they should go right back. As it pertains to the youth of that roster as well. Like
not as young as this.
Not as young as this.
Not as good either, though.
Quarterback situation.
What I'm suggesting was like Carson Wentz was still young. You know what I mean? Come back from off that injury.
Should have won MVP.
Zach Ertz was young. Alshon Jeffrey was young. Jason Peters still playing in the National Football League, so like he still has some years ahead of him. Jason Kelsey played for another like 7 or 8 years after that. Lane Johnson is still playing in the National Football League. He got years after that. Linebacking core was young. Brandon Graham is still playing in the National Football League. He was on that team. I'm suggesting like you just never know. If you have the opportunity to win it, win it.
Respectfully, because I got a lot of homeboys.
They way better this year.
I got homeboys on that squad. They won. They ain't nowhere near this team.
I think they're better than the 2022 team.
Yeah, agree.
Yes.
And DJ might get mad at me and all my boys, but this is the best Eagles team I've ever seen.
You're not wrong about that.
I mean, let's be honest here.
It's hard to find a hole in
The
them.
defense is phenomenal.
Yep.
You got an all-pro, almost MVP in the backfield. Saquon Barkley is doing his thing.
No question.
This is the best. Don't get mad at me, all my Kelsey. You know you my favorite. Jason Kelsey, you know what I mean? This is the best offensive line I've ever seen. Ever seen in football.
Philly.
Y'all tell me.
So
They pass block great. They run block great. I mean, they do everything. They got size, they got speed, they athletic, they got tackles, they got guards, they got centers.
And because
they got backups. Okay, the tight end is really, really good.
Yeah.
Then the wide receivers, I've never seen a better wide receiver tandem in Philadelphia. Right? And I love my
J-Mac and Deshaun?
Mac is my best friend. That's one of my best friends.
That's one
of my best friends. I just gotta be honest.
These two dudes different.
You know what I mean?
These two dudes
right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm nice, but Saquon had a better year than I ever had in Philadelphia. I gotta be honest, right? So all I'm saying is,
He being honest.
I mean, real, they winning. So when you ask me like, why isn't it a Super Bowl bust? Well, how not? We got the best Eagles team I've ever seen. Why they can't win now? Because tomorrow might not be promised.
It ain't.
Jalen Hurts, right? I love Jalen Hurts. I don't know if he's ever going to be this type of Jalen Hurts later because he runs. I learned this. When you run the ball, you do this and that third, you get injured.
Remember last year, Jalen was hurt last year.
Come on, dog. You're AJ Brown, dog. Are you kidding me?
That's
a good point.
You kidding me? So all I'm saying is,
That's a good point. That's really well said.
you gotta win now.
All I'm
Tomorrow
saying,
might not be
Acho,
as good.
before you tease Acho, all I'm saying is last time them Packers came through Philly, we walked out of there with a dub.
Come on now.
Called the link.
Bro.
Yeah, Shady was on the field too. We walked out of there with a dub. I'm just saying, quit disrespecting the Packers, talking about double-digit leads, and they only beat us by one score when we was on the field together. Ain't no yo. Took commercial break, and it's going to go down.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.